Hello friends, today we are going to see what is focal sclerosing osteomyelitis. As the name is indicating focal, that means it will be localized. Sclerosing simply means hardening of the bone, and osteomyelitis means bone marrow inflammation. As the osteo is derived from the word osteon, which means bone, and myelo here refers to marrow, and here itis refers to inflammation. So it is nothing but focal hardening of the bone where bone marrow inflammation will going to be seen. Now let us see what is the other name. So it is also called as condensing osteitis. So here condensing means condensation of the bone. So here the condensation of the bone will going to seen, that is sclerosis will going to be seen, and here the inflammation of bone marrow will going to be seen, that is osteitis. And this bone marrow sclerosis will going to be localized in nature. Bony reaction to low grade periapical infection or unusually strong host defense response will going to be seen. So here periapical infection will going to be seen as a result of strong host defensive response. It is also associated with area of inflammation. So here typically two things are going on. First, there is hardening of bone, that is bone sclerosis, and other the bone inflammation or the osteomyelitis, that is inflammation of bone marrow will going to be seen. And these two processes are simultaneously occurring. Now let us see what are the clinical feature of this condensing osteitis in detail. So here usually children and young adult are going to be involved, and here mandible will going to be involved where premolar and molar region are going to be affected. And here bone marrow sclerosis is associated with non-vital or pulpitic tooth. So bone sclerosis will going to be associated with non-vital tooth. It is important to remember, here the tooth will not be vital, here the tooth will be affected by pulpitis. Here there is no evidence of expansion of jaw will going to be seen. Now let us see histological feature of this condensing osteitis. As we have already discussed, there will going to be two things happening simultaneously, that is sclerotic bone formation. So here we are going to see dense sclerotic bone formation. So here we are going to see inflammatory cells which will going to cause inflammation of bone marrow and leads to osteomyelitis. As you can see, these are the sclerotic bones which all are there. These are the sclerotic bone. These are the scanty connective tissue. These all pink color are the scanty connective tissue. In between lots of inflammatory cell will going to be present. So this is a typical histological picture of condensing osteitis or focal sclerosing osteomyelitis. Now let us see radiology of focal sclerosing osteomyelitis. So here the localized but uniform increase in radio density related to the tooth will going to be seen. So it is important to remember, here the localized uniform increase in radio density will going to be seen. Here widening of periodontal ligament will going to be seen. The periodontal ligament which is surrounding the tooth will get wider, which is usually around the periapical area. And sometimes an adjacent radiolucent inflammatory lesion will going to be seen. So surrounding the localized sclerosis, there will be inflammatory lesion will going to be seen. So let us understand with the help of radiological pictures. So this is a typical radiographic picture of condensing osteitis. So this white color lesion, all this white color area is nothing but condensing osteitis, or there will be bone sclerosis will going to be seen. So all this white area is nothing but bone sclerosis or hardening of the bone. And the surrounding radiolucency is nothing but indicating the inflammatory reaction which is going on adjacent to sclerosis of bone. Here in other radiograph, you can again see this condensing osteitis which is surrounded by radiolucency of inflammatory reactions. Now let us see what will going to be a management of this condensing osteitis. So the management could be elimination of source of inflammation. So as the reason for condensing osteitis is inflammation, so eliminating the source of inflammation will going to reduce this condensing osteitis. So elimination of inflammation can be done by extraction or endodontic treatment. So we can do extraction of the tooth, or we can do endodontic therapy to remove all the periapical infected tissues. But even after root canal treatment, if lesion still persists or periodontal membrane, that is widening of the PDL, will remains there, so the re-evaluation of endodontic therapy is considered. So even after the root canal therapy, if there is the inflammatory lesion at the apex, then we have to re-evaluate the endodontic therapy and we have to do re-RCT, and even after if it is not going there, if the lesion is not resolving, we have to extract the tooth. After resolution of the lesion, when the lesion resolved completely or healed completely, there will be inflammatory focus termed as bone scar will going to be present. Presence of bone scar is a sign of healing of inflammatory lesion or the condensing osteitis. So here we have come to an end of this topic.